What it do, man? It's your boy Ron, aka Double R Gamer, here back with a video for you guys today, man. Today we're gonna be reacting to the Madden 25 gameplay, the official gameplay. Now let me take this out for y'all real quick. You know what I'm saying? This is two-way headphones. I use this for reactions and I use it for gameplay, as y'all can see. But yeah, man, like I was saying, man, this is from Eric Rayweather. I do know we got the actual like EA putting it out, but we gonna react to this short 11-minute video because we don't want to do a whole breakdown. 19 probably gonna end up being 30 minutes on top of me talking, so we're gonna do this short 11-minute video from Eric Rayweather. He's been an OG to the Madden and EA community, giving us good news, and he chops it down to the stuff we actually really need to know that matters and everything like that. So make sure I like the video, subscribe to the channel and everything like that, man. I do hope that we get to see some good things and hear some good news in this video, man. So yeah, we're about to go ahead and get straight into this reaction.
We've got some Madden 25 gameplay to look at today. EA just released a gameplay on their YouTube between Micah Parsons and pro player Henry. We can finally look at some real gameplay of Madden 25, and they also go in depth about certain gameplay features. Now, I'm also going to have a gameplay video coming in a few days, so make sure you subscribe and turn the bell icon on if you want to see a full front-to-back gameplay very soon. So we're starting out here, first play, got Micah checking it down here, and you see missed the first tackle, and then the second tackle you get the perfect hit stick.
Perfect boom stick, which is what I'm calling it. You'll see the feedback over the top say boom. The player indicator ring will turn green at the bottom at his feet, and that lets you know that you perfectly aligned it.
So this year hit stick's definitely harder to time, and you're going to see right here, timed it too early, squared it up, but still timed it too early, so the bigger back is able to actually break the...
So that's actually good that they got a timing on his sticks. I feel like being that there's going to be a timing on his sticks, as you guys can see, he had a actual excellent release and then an early one. I think that it's going to be a skill thing now, because it's not just you hitting the hit stick and then you hit it early or you hit it late and then you still was able to make a tackle and save a play from being blown up or whatever the case may be. But you actually got to come out here and know the timing of a tackle. So I think it's going to save a lot of, people, because some people might be bad at tackling and then some people are actually great at tackling. So it's going to make it a skill issue right there.
The tackle, so the angle of the hit, the timing, the size of the defenders, all that matters now with these hits, which is pretty cool. You see here he's missing a pass. It was pretty open. I have noticed too, playing the game, you will see some more inaccurate passes this year, so depending on who you are, there's a good hit stick. Depending on who you are, that might be something you like or don't like. You could see some of the new ball carrier moves as well. They redid the ball carrier system, which I
don't know why is it just me, like the layout of the game and how it's looking on the screen, it looks like Madden 19 or like old Madden, like Madden 16, 17. Like not saying the graphics wise, I'm saying the layout of the buttons, the icons on the bottom of them. Like I know it ain't just me. Like let me know in the comments if it's just me though, like for real. If y'all remember 16, 17, 18 and sometimes even 19's button layout and everything like that over the player's head and stuff and how they move, y'all know this stuff kind of looks similar to it.
It's gonna be pretty cool.
So this year you're gonna notice that the size of the ball landing spot speaks to the accuracy of the pass. The smaller the size, the more accurate the pass, and a bigger landing spot just means that pass was more inaccurate. And the color speaks to the catchability, with green being 100% catchable, yellow meaning likely catchable, and red meaning likely uncatchable.
So that's kind of similar to how college football 25 is as well, with the catch radiuses and things like that. Some passes are more catchable than others, and you'll see some receivers make adjustments to make some of the catches that are not perfectly accurate, but they're still catchable. So kind of looks nice. It looks good when it happens. You can see here Henry with Mahomes getting hit. You can see Henry here trying to get busy, using some of these new ball carrier moves, chaining them together a little bit.
Why they gotta hit us with an ad though, gang? Like this is crazy.
Henry, how do those new skill moves feel compared to last year?
Perfect. It's more like not only like do they like work like really well, but like it's more realistic. Like last year we had the juke where you went like crazy inside and stuff. Now like this is like moves you really see on the field.
To that point, I mean, the juke that everyone loved, I like that people liked it, but it's a little bit unrealistic, a little bit warpy, and we just wanted to replace that asset with something that looked more lifelike.
Pacheco, like I feel like he running in real life.
You mean like a kid trying on new shoes? Like angry at the ground?
That was one of the signature Locomotion sets that we were able to add this year, so he has such a unique run style that was something that we went after. I feel like we really nailed it.
You're You're going to also notice trajectories are a little better this year. Something they kind of work on, in my opinion, year to year to make it better. You can see fitting it over the top of the coverage. Sometimes in Madden we can't make these throws, but it looks like they definitely did some good work with the trajectories this year.
Bullet pass, for instance, we sped that pass up, so you can throw it faster. It's a little bit lower trajectory. This year, the return of jumping linebackers. Linebackers can jump, so you want to make sure
I know Mike is probably happy to hear about linebackers jumping.
You're going to want to utilize the fact that it's now you can get more arc on a lob or a touch pass.
You can see Henry climbing up through the pocket here, going to scramble, but he gets the ball knocked out. Quick fumble recovery, which I like to see, because you know how that happens in Madden sometimes where they can't recover it. You can see with Z kind of using his lineman with his hand, kind of bouncing around. The ball carrier and the tackling all together is going to be the biggest noticeable difference. That's what they worked on the most this year. And now back of the end zone to the tight end for a touchdown.
Okay, I want to talk about the new slide protection mechanic in the game. Last year, you could only slide protection in 4 ways, and this year it's 8 ways. My favorite is half slide, where you can take one half of your offensive line and
So they just basically did what they, the college football thing. They got the full slide. Now, I don't know if empty and base is in there, but I know they got the full slide for college football and a half slide.
give them a slide protection, and you'll see blocking matchups, so you know exactly who is blocking who.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Icon on the
From EA College 25.
And here you're noticing some switch sticking going on. You can see Henry switch stick on the corner, tried to jump a route, and he left CeeDee Lamb wide open for a touchdown. We're going to run it back. Notice how he's on the linebacker. He switched over to the corner, tried to jump to the sideline route, and Michael Parsons guesses right, and he goes for CD for the touchdown. So the switch stick is an amazing feature, but it can also mess you up if you guess wrong. So that's kind of the risk reward of it. Now you see Henry back on offense here, dials up a crazy shot for a touchdown to Sky Moore, and then he's going to run a little speed option here for the 2-point conversion. Back on offense for Henry, you're going to see him throw it in a seam and use the new spec catch mechanic to do a one-handed grab.
You guys added into the game this year the ability to use your L1, your left
That's
bumper.
tough.
Yeah, so spec catches, you called out to it. But one, I'm gonna do it just because it's cool. But at the same time, you do have a slightly bigger radius when you're doing those one-handed catches. You're also more susceptible to knockouts and drops, depending on your spec catch rating.
Also, you see new hot routes.
Yeah, Nick, new hot route. So the outside receiver now, you're gonna see a speed out where it used to be a regular out. The post replaced the streak, and now zig has been removed, and now you can run a corner route. The slot receiver now gets a post route where it used to be a fade, and they get a corner route where it used to be a zig. For tight ends, a post route replaced the delayed fade, a slant replaced the block and release cross, and a corner route now replaces what used to be block and release flat. Halfbacks got new hot routes as well, so the flat route replaces what used to be wheel, and the triple option now replaces what used to be a check and release.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but I like the one-handed grabs. Now, they did say, of course, that there is a risk reward to it. You can drop them even if you're wide open because it's a harder degree of difficulty, but it gives you a higher catch radius because you can kind of reach out. You also see some new sideline possession catches. There's over 700 new catch animations in the game. A lot of sideline and possession catches, a lot of contorting of the body.
Oh, wait. Y'all see, pay attention right here. Y'all see where exactly the facility is at as far as the Dallas Cowboys. It looked like they actually put like the real life facility of, I hope it's for every team and not just some, because it's always been outside for practice, but here it's like more detail. It's like everybody's field was the same at first, no matter what team it was. But right here they got it different. Or maybe they just changed the layout for every team. It ain't gonna look like the same layout. It's gonna look exactly like this, just a different team. So that was a small detail that I just noticed that I wondered for real.
Handed catches, and the more you play the game, you'll see them. And if you played College Football 25, you've probably seen some of these already anyway.
I think the biggest thing I'm noticing.
Okay, yeah, it's the same. It's just a different team.
A lot, but the locomotion in this game, it really does feel different from last year's game.
Yeah. One of the players to feel weighty, if that makes sense. Obviously your more agile players, they should feel super agile.
And there, I don't know if you heard it, but Dak did the here we go cadence that is in the game. Along with other QB cadences, a lot of signature QB animations and approaches to the line. The things that they do is Michael Parsons gets a safety right there on Henry. But they have a lot of signature stuff. Obviously, they've talked about signature running styles for a few of the bigger name running backs. And here's Michael Parsons going deep to Brandon Cooks for a touchdown. Got behind the defense.
They killing me with the ads right now, man. Golly, Eric Rayweather, golly.
One thing I like about these last couple years of Madden is, if you don't respect the deep ball, you can definitely get hit over the top. Because if you guys remember back in Madden 23, you see another deep touchdown here. In Madden 23, you could man press every play, and it was pretty OP, but now, like, if you press or if you don't respect deep or respect speed, these guys really get behind you now the last couple years, and I really like that. As you see, a signature touchdown celebration there for Travis Kelce. You got Micah Parsons back here trying to do a user catch, and you're seeing Henry click on for the user pick. And you'll see also this year, as we get later in the video, they've got team defensive celebrations, but we'll see that in a little bit. You see Micah Parsons rushing off the edges himself, but Henry just too quick. He's the best Madden player ever for a reason. Quick passes, then he makes the juke, and he's out with Rashee Rice for a touchdown. Now we're jumping to the next game here. They're showing a little bit of the new pregame presentation where you've got players warming up. They've definitely tried to make it look more like a realistic NFL broadcast. Showed a couple clips there. The real pregame presentation is definitely longer, but they're kind of speeding it up just for video purposes. But you'll see players warming up, and then you've got the players running out, kind of how they would do in real life. They warm up before the game, and they go back, run out. They also have all the new commentary crews as you're seeing them on the screen. You've still got the old crew, but you've got 2 new crews as well. And the cool thing about this, much like the college game, you can rotate the crews and you can listen to whoever you want to. So that's pretty cool. You could also see some mannerisms here for Brock Purdy. So when a lot of the big name QBs, when they audible, they're going to audible how they do. They're going to stand how they do. They're going to have their, signature animations. They're also showing some of the team-specific play books here and play calls. Over 900 new plays. So there's the Chiefs Super Bowl play. Obviously, you've got Debo package for the Niners. That was already in the game. You've got a lot of new plays in Miami's playbook with the cheat motion. Here they're showing another one of those possession catches on the sideline. You can see receivers will really reach out and really try to contort their body to make the catch and keep the feet in bounds. So they're just adding a little more realism to it, which I like. The players look like real players. They do what they do in real life. Here they're showing the coverage shells where you can show a cover 2 or a cover 3, no matter what coverage you're in. At the play call screen, you have more options as well. You can show pretty much any coverage you want. And now they're showing like the custom route stems, which again, if you've played college, you've seen this. You can stem a route, as high up or as low down as you want. Any route that's able to be smart routed. So typically routes like post, corners, in routes, out routes, things like that. You can stem them, curls. You can put them as high or as low as you want. So you can really get as creative as you want on the field now with your plays. Here they're showing some of the contextual awareness for the running backs, ball carriers. They get skinny a little bit better. They brace for hits. They cover the ball where it makes sense for them to cover the ball. Here they're showing more trajectories like last year. That's probably an interception, and they're talking about that in the video. Even Micah Parsons says kind of hard to throw that last year. Now, honestly, I'd like to see the trajectory even a little better there, but you can see you can actually get it up over the defenders. That's a really good example right there. You can really get it up over defenders who are close to you, whereas we know in years past, those are pretty much picks or at least knocked down every time. And here you're seeing some crazy catches in coverage. You got CeeDee Lamb with a big touchdown. Showing off some more one-handed catches. You have Brandon Cooks on the sideline snagging it. Now, I'm going to be honest, the one-handed catches, to me, it's something you do when you're open. You can catch them one-on-one, but very, very rare. Here they're showing, some of the signature QB stuff, how they stand in real life. They're just giving a couple examples, but I believe they have it for more than half of the starting QBs in the game. They have their signature stances, their signature ways that they call audibles and hot routes. Not sure why they zoomed the camera in here, but they did for a pick. But what they're going to show you here after the pick is the team defensive celebrations are finally in the game, and there's a number of these after you get turnovers. Just like in real life, teams will, huddle up on the field.
That's hard.
Pose and
I like
all that cool stuff. You can see here the spin move. They finally kind of got the spin move back right. The spin move hasn't been good for a little bit. You can see now spin move's got a little bit of a quickness to it. You can definitely get busy with it. Here, I don't know what they're trying to do here. A little read option with Dak, and he fumbles. And you're going to see some more team celebrations here. They got quite a number of these in the game. So now when you get turnovers, you can kind of stunt a little bit. You got the Cowboys, little wheel route action, just going to fire it in there. Like they said, the bullet passes they're a little faster this year, especially depending on your throw power. They fire it in there quicker, but the lob and the touch passes will get definitely more trajectory, which is nice to see. Here, Henry stuck on the defensive end, who is Micah Parsons, actually. He's playing with the Cowboys this time, and he baits him into a pick, peeling back off the D-line, and you can see another one of the defensive celebrations for the team. And here is another crazy catch. Again, over top the defender. The defender wasn't looking, so he couldn't make a play on it. That's what I like to see. That's realism. And there you see Henry going for a switch stick, and that's, again, kind of the risk-reward of the hit stick. He's on the linebacker. He switches over to the corner. He tries to jump down on the McCaffrey route, but he's just a little late, and he overruns it, and then that turns into a big play. Now, in terms of gameplay, if you want to know 5 big things that aren't going to work anymore,
All right, man, that's the video on that for the reaction, man. Now, some stuff I did here that he didn't pause it on was the simple fact that they did change up the audible routes for outside receiver slots and running backs. So that means zigs have been replaced, and now you know, everybody spammed zig routes last year, and they still do kind of in EA College. So I wonder what exactly that's going to kind of do to some people that spam those zig routes, because I'm sure they're still gonna be in the game off of default plays, but now that you can't audible it, I wonder what people is going to run to and everything. Overall, I feel like this game can potentially be better than last year. I don't know if it'll be better than EA College 25. People are getting a lot of heat to college because they want to play Madden, being that, you know, a lot of fake stuff or it's so arcadey. Madden probably will be arcadey, just a little less arcadey. We won't know until we get our hands on it, and we won't know until abilities is being, you know, it takes that first week and a half, maybe 2 weeks for stuff to be found out. Playbooks, blitzes, metas, all different things like that. So we won't know until we get our hands on it. But I do think that tackling and defense probably off default will be better, being that it's not a lot of high scoring games in the NFL like college. But yeah, man, that's my thought on the video and everything like that, man. As more info come out, we'll react to it as well. But yeah, we do plan on getting Madden for sure eventually. Right now, I'm loving EA College 25 for sure, though. Either way, it's a win-win for EA because they're both the same company providing us these games, you know. But that's the video, man. Make sure you like the video. It's your boy Double R Gaming, and I catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace.